He definitely has a big background in the fashion scene, and in my eyes, is kind of like the perfect person to take over one of the best streetwear brands in the world. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video. And yes, it's been a while since I've done a fashion video, but this is pretty exciting. So if you guys didn't see, last week Tremaine Emory was appointed the new creative director at Supreme, which is pretty awesome news. So if you're unfamiliar with Tremaine Emory, I'm going to kind of dive into who he is and why he was able to get this role at Supreme and kind of just what he's done in the past. But I think it's going to be really exciting, especially to see what he does in this fall winter. So I will definitely have my eyes peeled for this new Supreme collection. Sorry for the text that just went off, but that was my laptop. I'm gonna turn that off now. But let's get into it. All right, so the first time I heard about Tremaine Emory was a couple years ago. I believe the first time I ever saw him was just because he was friends with Kanye, and Virgil, I think, is actually the first person I ever saw him with. RIP Virgil. I just kind of went and studied him from there because when I was in that phase of fashion, it was pretty much if I would see anyone taking pictures with people that I knew, I would always like go to their Instagram and see what they're doing and who they were. And that's when I figured out who Tremaine Emory kind of was, and that he had a brand called No Vacancy In, which I think No Vacancy In has some really cool pieces. I've actually always wanted a piece, even just like some of their basic tees, but I've never been able to get one, which kind of sucks. And I honestly like kind of forgot the brand existed. I had to go double check and make sure they're still releasing stuff because it's not something that I see a lot. Recently, they've actually done a collab with Stussy, which is really cool. I wish I could have got my hands on it. I actually really like the pieces, but they're all sold out. That's pretty much how everything was for No Vacancy In. Every time I went to go get something, it was always sold out, and I wasn't sure of like the quality, so I wasn't about to pay crazy resale for the pieces. So that's why I've actually never acquired the piece, but I actually really do enjoy the No Vacancy In brand. And another brand that Tremaine is pretty well known for is called Denim Tears. I don't know if it's Denim Tears or Denim Tears, which is kind of embarrassing because the brand's been around for a minute. But I'm going to put a picture up of the jeans. You'll definitely recognize them. They're pretty much everywhere now. You see like rappers, I feel like rappers, NBA players, pretty much everyone is wearing these jeans now. They're definitely a really big thing. And in the past, with his different brands, so Denim Tears, and No Vacancy In, Tremaine has done collabs with a lot of brands like Asics, New Balance, UGG. He even worked on stuff for like the Yeezy season stuff with Kanye, which is really cool. So he definitely has a big background in the fashion scene, and in my eyes is kind of like the perfect person to take over one of the best streetwear brands in the world, because that's really what he makes, is like higher end, like more luxurious streetwear, which is like my favorite kind of fashion. So I think this year is going to be really, really exciting for the brand. I think in the past couple years, not that stuff has been like horrible. Like I picked this up this last season, and it was actually the only item that I picked up, but I feel like there has been sort of a decline when it comes to Supreme's creativity and designs over the last couple years. So I think having Tremaine is going to be really big for the brand. I think he's going to revitalize the brand and kind of bring some of that hype back to it. Obviously, like Supreme is still really hype. You still see people wearing box logos and paying crazy resale for certain prices or certain pieces, but yeah, definitely not the hype it had like 2 or 3 years ago. I definitely don't think, but I think that hype might come back. So if they have some big collabs at the beginning of the season or something, I think that'll really propel them back into the spotlight that they were in a couple years ago. And like I said earlier, I think it'll just be really cool to see the pieces. I think the pieces will be geared more towards people who take fashion kind of seriously, whereas a lot of the Supreme stuff in the past couple years, I feel like have been kind of gimmicky and just more for like younger kids, it seems like. I don't know if that's just my take, but it seems like some of the stuff was just kind of like childish in my opinion. So I think Tremaine is known for kind of like his dad fashion or dad looks. So I think seeing that type of fashion will help Supreme's brand. And I think that's just kind of where fashion is at right now. The dad look is still kind of cool. Obviously, like baggier jeans are still in style right now. The dad caps can still be seen from time to time. So I do still think dad fashion is the current style for the most part right now, and I think Tremaine, with the facilities he has at Supreme, will be able to capitalize on that style really well, and I think it's going to lead to a lot of really sick pieces coming out. So I am really excited for this season. Obviously, the owner, James Jebbia, knows what he's doing with Supreme. He did sell the brand for like $2.1 billion. He's the founder, James Jebbia, if you don't know who that is. But yeah, he obviously knows what he's doing. So I'm very comfortable in saying that he made the right choice with picking Tremaine as a creative director. You have, like, sometimes in fashion, you'll have people get appointed creative director at fashion houses that doesn't really make sense. But like I've pretty much stated throughout this whole video, I think this is like the perfect duo, and I think it'll be awesome just to see Tremaine really be able to flaunt his talents on like a bigger scale, because Denim Tears and No Vacancy In, while they're super cool brands, are not anywhere near as big as Supreme. So it'll just be cool to see him have all the facilities and not have to worry about costs, and just to be able to display his full talent. So yeah, I've said it like 5 times, but I'm really excited, and I'm curious to see how you guys feel about it, and if you knew who Tremaine was before they appointed him creative director. He's kind of like not super well-known guy in the fashion scene, but I feel like if you're decently into it, you know who he is for sure, just because of him being so close with Virgil and Kanye and other designers amongst that fabric, no pun intended. But yeah, I'm really excited for this year, and I hope you guys are too. Definitely let me know what you guys are looking for in this new season, what collabs you have in mind. Like I said, in the past couple years, I haven't been huge on Supreme, but I picked up this True Religion hoodie last year, and I wear it all the time. It's actually like one of my favorite pieces that I've ever picked up. So I'll definitely be keeping my eyes out this year, and I'm sure I'll pick up one, if not a couple pieces during the fall and winter. That's usually my bread and butter. I'm not too much of a spring summer guy. I like hoodies, and I like pants and jeans and sweatpants and stuff. So I probably will look to get more pieces when it turns into that fall winter season, but who knows, I'm always looking. So there might be some pieces in the spring summer that catch my eye and I just have to get. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it this far, if you could hit that like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And stay tuned for the next video. I think I'm going to be talking about Jarrett Allen's fit, which has caused a lot of controversy, but in my eyes it's not really a big deal, so I kind of want to give you guys my opinion on that. But anyways, enough talking. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.